Oh boy, Undertale. You might be tempted to treat this as another flash in the pan, as the latest obsession on the internet as with Slenderman and Five Nights at Freddy's. But really, you shouldn't. Undertale is easily one of the strongest titles of 2015, with its ultra-jaded paranoid atmosphere, excellent soundtrack and gameplay, and not to mention the game's sublime sense of humour. It does not take itself seriously and is perfectly willing to take the piss out of itself. Whew! Sans and Papyrus. God damn, this duo of funny bones make John Oliver and Russell Howard look like bloody bovine waste together. With these characteristics evident throughout, it's no wonder people have fallen in love with Undertale, but it's more than just that. It might have something to do with destroying the cliched rulebook that all RPGs seem to follow. Grinding is not mandatory and neither is death. You can choose not to kill your enemies through the no mercy route, which leads to different interesting conclusions in the game. There's also a lovely sense of Earthbound vibes in Undertale, with a sweet but apocalyptic adventure embodying both titles. But another reason for Undertale's meteoric rise to fame? I know it sounds crazy, but memes. Memes? Memes! You know those pictures full of crazy anecdotes documenting the key struggles of life, the dumb pictures of minions, the batshit videos of these nuts, and John Cena? Yes, of course you do. Memes have been a powerful method of communicating amongst other people, mostly for just dicking around and no legitimate conversations. So this begs an eccentric question. Do memes make Undertale a better game? Well, first off, let's go back in time with our metaphorical time machine to August 4th, 1606 in Stratford-upon-Avon, a small town buried in England, once home to the legendary playwright William Shakespeare and the amazing ragdoll shop with Brum, Rosie and Jim and the Teletubbies. Seriously, this was my shit back in the day. I used to love this place. It was on this eventful night that Shakespeare and his homies travelled to the Yolde Fighting Cocks and ordered a massive buffet following the completion of his latest masterpiece, Macbeth. However, things turned sour when Shakespeare had accidentally ordered a staggering 12,000 litres of the finest Kestrel super strength lager in town. A few hours later, Shakespeare found himself in an unconditional state. The next morning, Shakespeare found himself in the midst of a hazy hangover. Determined to carry on the day's activities, he wrote an entry inside his daily diary describing his wild night out. In it, he spoke out from his own side of the story.
I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello? Seen thy pretty ass leave as thou came in the door. I just wanna chill, got a sucker for us to roll. Married to the Jinx, introduced her to my stove. I'm like, yeah, she's fine. Wonder when she'll be mine. She walked past, like press rewind, to see that pimping buttock one more time. No homo, bae. Check out my new novel, fam. West End Theatre and chill, milady.
Soon, people caught wind of his ludicrous behaviour, and Shakespeare, once a respected master of the English language, had become a laughingstock. Across the streets, people printed copies of his portraits and wrote over their own personal stories documenting any crazy experiences and so forth. The funniest replies were compiled together into a telegraph and would be sent all over the world through pigeon mail and hand-powered mechanical computers, transmitting information at 2,000 bits per second. So now we've gained an understanding of how memes first came to be, how does this relate to Undertale? Well, think about Sans and Papyrus. These luscious sons of bitches have stolen the show with their hilarious insights to the plot. So why is it that we're so obsessed with them, compulsively posting quotes and placing them in alternate cultures like pumpkins and music videos? I think the reason why we truly love these two, aside comic relief, is down to their design. They're literally human bones. Us! Inside! This can mean an emotional response from our brains, giving us a satisfying sense that we can relate to these characters, thus lead to a lustful bond with them, even going to the point as dressing up as them in stupid parties. Besides, are you more likely to relate to Sans and Papyrus or the Bernardo from Xenoblade Chronicles? Yeah, the first choice seems more obvious. I'm not really sure why. In conclusion, our passion with Sans and Papyrus are just one of the many subtle hints of memes enriching our experience of Undertale. This shit does sound bananas, like a Gwen Stefani song. But it's true. You see, Undertale deals with the extremely dark theme of death. Us humans are social animals, and to stop us from going insane, we have the power of music, movies, video games, and social cliques, like our family and friends, to feel like we have a reason to live. Imagine a world without music. Imagine a world without love. Imagine a world without entertainment. That seems to be the harsh reality portrayed in Undertale. In this dystopian war between humans and monsters, fighting against each other, and the feelings the main character that you personally play must endure years after such a dreadful aftermath. But, in light of all this, these characters seem optimistic, a complete contradiction to their dark, grisly surroundings. The power of comedy is another craving we have. To be funny, impress others, and laugh over life's innocuous mistakes. Like when your brother is completely drunk from one too many drinks, or Donald Trump trying to run as the US president, rather than simply bow down and obey to whatever's served on our plate like a bunch of lemmings. This light-hearted approach to aesthetics and gameplay is what makes Undertale an almighty masterpiece. It's honest and puzzling, a 360-degree turn from the bright adventures of Super Mario, Little Big Planet, and Kirby, but exploits our need for comedy to keep us entertained and begging for more out of this unique universe. All of which can be shared amongst other people with similar interests through silly little memes in the palm of our hands through the internet. And that, my friends, is really spiffing smart. So, what did we learn today? Well, memes are effective for expressing our emotions in a concise manner, Undertale greatly benefits through the usage of them, and finally, Fetty Wap would not exist without William Shakespeare. What? None of this make any sense? Well, isn't that the whole bloody point of this video?